Hi guys, welcome back to the barn. Hope you're all well. So I eventually got round to starting the vanity unit for the upstairs bathroom. For those who saw the series of videos before Christmas, if you recall, I built a partition, I put some lighting troughs in, I fitted the new toilet and also fitted the new sink. Since then, I've been doing a little bit of work up there. We've dry lined it, we've tape and jointed it, we've decorated it, we've formed niches either side of the doors, we've built a new wall under the eaves, we've built a new wall around the back of the toilet with little niches in. So it's almost finished apart from a couple of little snags which will get wrapped up when I fit this vanity unit. So when we bought the sink last year, the vanity unit that matched the sink we didn't like. At the side of it there was one that we did like, which was €1,000, but even though if we'd wanted to spend €1,000 it wouldn't have fitted the sink that we chose anyway. So I'm going to make my own in the style of the vanity that we like. These that you've seen me machining up so far today are the legs and the cross rails. Now I've machined these out of 28mm tongue and groove boards, the same boards that the doors are made out of here. So it's actually 4 lengths and a few offcuts that was left when I made these doors. I need the frame to be 50 by 50. This is about 54 by 55 at the moment. So I'm just waiting for the rest of them to set because I've got 7 pairs. I've been gluing them up during the course of the day, but they're not quite all dried yet. But I need to clean these, make sure they're square, possibly by hand, and then run them through the thickness planer to take them down to 50 by 50. Now what I thought I would do with this build, rather than just making a vanity unit during the course of one video, is to spread it out over a course of videos and actually focus on the tools that are making it rather than the actual build. So I'm going to review those tools over 2 or 3 videos and along the way make and finish this vanity unit. The first tool is this little Hongdui Scraper, just to scrape the glue off our glue up. So in the box we have a little torque Allen key, and then on the scraper itself we just have a 4-sided carbide blade that we can scrape with either on the flat or into corners, square, and as it gets blunt we can just take the grub screw out and turn it round. In the handle here, one that's got ever such slight round on it, so we can scrape across curved surfaces. I like Hongdui tools. So far I found them to be good quality, and I've got some more to show you as well along this journey. Good morning. It's a lovely day, the sun's shining in through the barn doors, it's that early. It was certainly a deploy all clamps kind of glue up, this one. This one here is a spare. It was just what was left. It's actually glued up from 3 pieces, but I thought might as well just have a spare, just in case. Let's deploy the bench bull. As glue's all gone off, it's all hard, it's all beaded down here. Cool. Now what I need to do is make sure that I've got a square edge for when I pass it through the thickness planer. So first of all, get rid of them beads, one side, and then see how square it is. Not too bad. We'll have a go with the other side as well. If I've not got a square side, square edge, just run the hand plane down and just create one. I need to get all these beads of glue off, else it'll never be sit squared on the bed of the planer. Right. That one is good, which is why I spent a bit of time just gluing them up. So we've got face and a face edge. Face mark, edge mark, elbow. So that's number 1 done. Now that one's got a bit of a step on it, so that one won't go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to run the planer down this one, so. Just tell me you want your breakfast now, aren't you, Gracie? So let's do these pieces and then we'll have his breakfast. It's a bit noisy to use the thickness planer yet. I'll do. Face, edge, 2 down, 5 to go. Before I do the rest, I've not got a internal corner to scrape glue out of. I will have soon when I start to put the frame together. So I just messily glued this up yesterday just to give me a little trial of an internal corner. It's nice, and it's in the corner well. Usually I do this kind of thing with a chisel and then end up blunting a chisel. That's done a good job of cleaning that up. So we've got a straight blade, this curved blade, in what's called a blade hidden warehouse. Sounds a bit grand, doesn't it? But it says it's comfortable, it is comfortable. There's a spare grub screw there. Is that the grub screw warehouse as well? I know it's just spare screw. Hey, nice little tool. I know you want something to eat, I know. I do as well, Gracie. I want something to eat as well. What are we going to have? Oh, it's croissant. There's no croissants this morning. A little bit of culture about living in France. There's a shop chain called Noz, and it's, well, they actually market themselves as a destockage. And they sell all weird, wonderful stuff. My friend says it's somewhere between TK Maxx and Mablethorpe Market. I don't think I've ever been to Mablethorpe Market, but you get the drift with that description, hopefully. Lynn came back yesterday with a bag of, I think, 50 frozen croissants. So I'm going to put a couple of them in the oven in a bit. But more importantly, it's usually where I get my cheap Guinness from. Yes, in a minute, Gracie. We've done 3 now, and we've got 7 to do. Edge, face rather, and edge. That piece is the intermediate rail, so I don't need to do that piece. Hello, Bobby. Okay. Are you hungry as well now? I'm hungry, I want something to eat. I've had no to eat. Please, you people on YouTube, come and rescue us. We've got no to eat. Face, edge. 3 to go. Technically 2 to go, Gracie, because one of them's a spare. Right, Gracie, you're nearly there. So this is my spare piece. I actually joined it there. It's got 1 long piece and 2 pieces joining it. Now hopefully I won't actually need this, but just in case, might as well just make one just in case, seeing I have the materials. If I do need it, I can either use it as a real leg with back to the wall or a bit of Aston Villa in it, it'll sort it. Excellent. In the words of the Crankies, Fandabby Doozy. Wow, there's a lot of pieces in that box. So we've now created the timber I need for the frame. Finished 50mm by 50mm. It's actually playing up quite well. By the time it's sanded, it'll be fine. It's going to be painted. Next, I need to mark it out, cut these components to size and start to join them together. And to join them together, I'm going to use this Enjoy Wood dowel kit. Now, it's something I've never done before, doweling. I usually just pull out the domino, so it'll be new to me. But that's for next video. Thank you for Banggood for sending me the tools and supporting this build, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers, guys. Bye.